Hi, everyone. Welcome to Now You Know. So we're back, as you can see. So Mary, do you want to start off? What do you have?
I do, because there's a lot of really strange things out there, Nancy, and it worries me. I lose sleep over this night.
Oh, no.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So I need to let you know that in Canada, it is illegal to remove a Band-Aid in public. So you can't stand there and peel this gross and disgusting bandage off
Um,
in front of other people. And Nancy, I think that's the best law. Sometimes you see Band-Aids on the sidewalk.
well, I don't have any problem with them removing them, but just discarding them. Yeah, I do have a problem with that.
I don't even want to see them remove them. Thank you very much.
Why? What if it was just, when anytime you go get a needle for anything, they give you a Band-Aid, right? And you get a tiny, minute little spot of blood on it.
That is just not cool. And you know what else, Nancy?
Yeah,
They're
no.
not getting out really fun little Band-Aids anymore. You know, the one with the happy face, the cute dog. They're just boring old. When I got my AstraZeneca shot, I asked for a fun Band-Aid, and Band-Aid, and they didn't have any.
That's not right. I like those tiny little round ones they used to give sometimes. They were really cute, and they would stay on for a long time, even, shower or bath every day, and it would still be there. And I'm like, oh, I've got my Band-Aid. I want to take it off in public.
Yeah. Did you stand on the corner and peel it off in front of everybody?
Well, I didn't, but it was just a thought.
Okay, but you didn't break the law. What do you got for me?
Oh, this is the first expression, cat got your tongue. Now, for those people who've never heard it before, it's when you make a comment to someone and they remain silent when you're expecting them to give an answer. Here's an example. If I said to Mary, oh, Mary, so I heard you failed your driver's test. She doesn't say anything. And I would say, what's the matter, Mary? Cat got your tongue? Now, there's two different stories about how this came about. The first refers to a whip used by the English Navy. They also call that a cat o' nine tails.
Yeah.
The person would be whipped and often left them speechless.
Yes.
Now, the second one is a little more gruesome.
Wait a minute, Nancy. Yeah. Just a question. If someone had the cat, what do they call them?
Cat o' nine tails.
Okay. And they put bandages on them, Band-Aids, they could not remove them on a street in Canada.
Well, I'm sure that this happened before that law was brought into effect.
Okay, what's the gruesome one? Let's hear the gruesome one.
Okay, so this is the second thought about where it comes from, and it was from ancient Egypt. Liars, the punishment for liars is they would have their tongues cut out, and they would feed them to cats.
Why cats? Hold on, I'm coming right back in a second.
Stop that! This is the second time she leaves in the middle of our bit. Okay,
well, Nancy, obviously the cat hasn't got your tail.
No, that's true. No, cats, it was probably considered a treat for the cats because you know that in Egypt they had a lot of respect for cats.
Yeah.
That's at least that's what I believe.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is gruesome, actually.
A little bit.
Did the cat ever get your tongue, Nancy?
Did you say something, Mary?
I mean, last week we talked about hair of the dog. So you wouldn't want to say, has the dog got your tongue? Because then the dog's going to get all the credit, right?
That's true.
And you wouldn't say, has the horse got your tongue? Because you know you can't beat a dead horse. So I guess it makes sense, the cat thing.
Yeah. Well, sort of.
Did you know all that?
And anyway, do you have another law to share?
Well, I do. And, if you get dirty, okay, you like to take a bath. I know that you are a bather rather than a showerer.
Yes.
If you go to Etobicoke, which is in Toronto, and you put any more than 3.5 inches of water in your tub, you could end up behind bars.
That's all you need for a bath.
Well, I guess when you're petite, perhaps. Like, who comes and measures the water in a bathtub?
Exactly. That's a good point. You know, and they're probably thinking about wasting water, but people who shower are sometimes in their shower for like 10 minutes.
Is that a problem?
No, I guess not in your case. It's not.
So you're having a bath, okay?
Yeah.
And all of a sudden there's a knock on the door. Excuse me. So now you have to get up, and it's probably illegal somehow, excuse me, to answer your door naked.
I don't think I'd answer my door naked.
But you have to, because somebody is coming to check up on the amount of water in your bathtub.
But can you imagine the mess, like from, you know, how far my shower, my bath, where I have my bath, my ensuite to the front door, there'd be like water everywhere. And because, the reason why I have a bath is because I have to use an oil, right? Because of my dry skin. And then there's these oily footprints from the bathroom all the way down the hall to my front door.
It's a dilemma. And then by the time you got there, the cat had probably get your tongue, and you wouldn't be able to talk to the person that was at your door to measure the water.
That's true. Now the person behind the door, the cat would have their tongue, because here I am standing there naked.
Oh, yeah.
And they're looking at,
if you had a Band-Aid on, then Nancy, besides cats getting tongues and cutting tongues off, what else do you got?
Oh, here's one. The walls have ears, meaning be careful what you say, because people may be listening.
Right.
And here's the fun part, the origin of that, okay? And then we'll talk about it. The origin is from the Louvre Palace in France. It was believed that there was a network of listening tubes so that it was possible to hear everything that was said in different rooms. It was also said that that's how Queen Catherine de' Medici discovered political secrets and plots.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of creepy, actually.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what else? They could listen to see if you're filling your bathtub up too high.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Yeah, but it's hard to measure listening. It's hard to measure inches as you're listening.
That is, so people would be listening at the walls. What happens if you ate beans? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't see, you're asking me what, I shouldn't even be answering. The cat's got my tongue. What am I doing?
That is just creepy to think that any and all rooms in your house, somebody could be listening to everything.
And think about the palace, how huge a palace would be, right?
Yeah.
But I guess that was the only way, the only means of listening to things, you know. They didn't have the, what do I want to think about, you know, the eavesdropping equipment.
Right.
They didn't have tin cans, so they couldn't do the tin cans with the cord.
Yeah. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy.
Yeah. So what do you have?
So I got to tell you, first of all, that in Newfoundland, Thunder and Lords in Newfoundland, you cannot drive your cows around after 8 a.m.
After 8 a.m. Well, no, wasn't your mother from Newfoundland?
She was from Newfoundland, and I don't think she ever drove cows around after 8 a.m. because she was very law-abiding.
But at what time do you have to get up to drive? Wait a minute, are you talking about driving them like in a vehicle? They wouldn't fit in your car, for instance. How many cows can you get in your car?
I know. So I guess you can't drive them, like herd them down the street after 8 a.m. But here's another thing about that same law. You cannot have a cow as a house guest.
What? Oh, that is, oh my gosh. You know, I was going to connect with somebody I know that has cows, and I was going to ask him if I could invite just one of his cows here as a guest. I have a spare room.
Yeah.
Be
careful, because the walls might have ears and tell people that you have a cow.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I'm just so devastated by some of these laws, you know, Mary. I mean, I really am.
I wonder what caused these laws to come into effect. Like, somebody in Newfoundland had a cow as a guest, and somebody else got upset about it, and so they created a law. Yeah. Or a lot of people had a lot of cows for guests, and it was a pandemic.
And then you had the cow manure everywhere, little cow patties. And then the
Yeah.
kids wanted to play with them because they didn't know what they were, right? You know,
Or you let them dry out and burn them for fuel.
oh, I was going to think about frisbees.
Yeah, you do that too.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just don't know.
I know.
Okay, let's get back to another saying. Bite the
Okay.
bullet. This is bite the bullet. Now, you've heard that one, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, in the old days, if the doctors didn't have any anesthetic, or if there was during times of battle, they would ask the patient to bite on the bullet as they were being operated to distract them from the pain. And the first recorded use of that phrase was in 1891. Now, my question to you, Mary, is
Okay.
how distracted would that person be chomping on a bullet as their doctor is cutting off their arm?
I don't know. Why wouldn't they swallow it? Like, wouldn't you have this bullet between your teeth and then you go pain and swallow the bullet?
And then you die because you're choking on it. It get caught sideways, going down. Oh my gosh, there's all these possibilities.
You know, Nancy, I've read a lot of books about, like Civil War and stuff. And the other thing they had you bite down on was like a leather strap. And then you couldn't swallow it.
Well, that's true. Now, is that the same strap that some teachers would use in schools?
Oh, I don't doubt that. I don't doubt that. But a little tiny little bullet, like even if the bullet was bigger, then you do damage to your teeth, then you need a dentist.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't it be a stick? Why a bullet? Why a bullet, Nancy?
Why a bullet? Because you couldn't bite through it. Whereas a stick,
Oh, good point.
if the stick was really dry,
Yeah.
you might be able to bite through it. And then you got all those little slivers, create a big, big mess,
I'm really glad we don't have to bite the bullet anymore.
Yeah, me too.
But, it's kind of the usage of that has changed because now it's like, okay, I will just take my medicine and just bite the bullet and get it over with.
Yeah, that's true too.
So that's how kind of I think about it rather than bite the bullet to stop pain.
Yeah. Now, I was just thinking about the first time I ever went to the dentist. I was 12 years old. And I had
That's your first time at 12?
Yeah.
Ooh.
And I had to have some, I had some cavities. And he didn't give me any freezing, okay? And the cavities were right up here in the front teeth. And I could have had a bullet to bite on. But of course, it would have got in the way because he's drilling there. But I can remember just clamping onto the arms of the chair because it was hitting the nerves. Like, oh my God, get me something. But
Why didn't you get freezing?
Well, it was probably more money.
Oh.
And my parents probably couldn't afford it. Like there was no x-rays, no. I mean, you have to remember, I didn't even own a toothbrush or toothpaste until I was about 9.
Holy smoke. I did not know that. Not even a toothbrush?
No, I didn't even know about it. And it was my sister Marie who brought it home. Said, hey, we have to start brushing our teeth. Okay. And we all started brushing our teeth.
That is mind-boggling. And you're lucky that you had any teeth left.
I don't have a lot, trust me.
Wow.
Yeah. So you have any more laws?
I do. I just need to let you know that up until 2017, which is not that long ago, it was illegal to challenge someone to a duel or to accept an invitation to a duel. I know. Cat got your tongue?
I know.
Until 2017, that's 5 years ago.
That's unbelievable. Somebody must have just saw it and like, oh my God, I can't believe this is still on the books. Let's get rid of it.
Or maybe that person challenged someone else to a duel and they had to put a stop to it. Maybe dueling was a really big thing up until 2017.
I don't know. I'd never heard of anybody dueling except for the days of what was it, Raymond Burr?
Oh, I was thinking dueling banjos.
Pardon?
I was thinking dueling banjos. Raymond Burr challenged someone to a duel?
I think I think he was in a duel, but I might be wrong about that. We'll have to check that out or let somebody else check it out. I don't know. I'm not interested in checking out.
I want to find out.
Well,
Inquire.
you can check it out.
Okay, I will let you know.
Well, I think that's all, unless you have another law.
Nope. I just wanted to make sure that no one was challenging anyone else to duels out there, or actually probably letting people know that they could start challenging people to duels, and it's not illegal.
Okay.
Yes.
Hey, I wonder about if in Egypt, that law for liars still exists, like where they cut out people's tongues and feed them to the cats.
You should take a look at that.
Mm.
I'll look up Raymond Burr, you look about cats.
Okay. All
I'm
right.
going to go now, Nancy. Bye.
Bye, Mary. High five.